Hello guys, my name is Mr. Pauline. Thank you so much for subscribing and thanks so much for tuning into this video. Now for today, we're gonna be looking at another VID paper. So if you have been liking this content, please do make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also give this video a like. And if you have any comments regarding on any of the questions that we're gonna be discussing in this video, please do make sure that you let me know. And if you have any suggestion on how we can improve the quality of these videos, please do make sure that you also let us know in the comment section so that we can improve, and we are at your disposal. So in this video, we're gonna be looking at this paper. So in the last video, look at paper number 4. If you haven't watched that, please do make sure that you do. I think I'll leave a link to it in the description below. You can just go right ahead and check out paper number 4. Now for today, we're going to look at paper number 5. So this is the paper that we want to look at. So as you can see, this paper is loaded and full of diagrams. So now let's get started. So this question asks, which car stops? So looking at the car that stops, and here we have 3 cars: car B, car A, and car C. So here, looking at these 3 cars, we are looking at the car that stops. Now I'm not quite sure if my diagram is very clear considering the size of it. So what I'm just going to zoom in just a bit so that you can have a clear understanding of it. So this is the car diagram that we are looking at. So remember the question, the car which stops. So which car stops here? Okay, so the question says which car stops: car B, car A, and car C. Now just by looking at this and using road rule 1, which says give the right way to car that is approaching from your right, we can see that car B gives the right way to car A, and car A gives the right way to car C, right? So car C has nothing on its right, so definitely the car that is going to move first has to be car C. So car C will move, but then there's also another rule which says that a car should not turn right in front of oncoming traffic. So basically that restricts the movement of car C when it was to turn right. So definitely car C cannot turn right at this point in front of oncoming car B. So what am I saying? Let me just zoom in a bit more so that you can have a understanding what I'm saying. Okay, like I said, car C has nothing on its right, so definitely it is the car that will move first because it has nothing on its right, but it will move to the center. When it moves to the center, but it cannot proceed on to turn right because it is restricted by this rule which says that a car should not turn right in front of oncoming car B. So definitely the car to move first has to be car B. When car B moves, it is followed by car C. Okay, so car C can only turn right behind car B. So the car that will not move here, remember the question, which car stops? So the car that will stop here has to be car A. So car A is the car that stops. So I hope I have explained that. Remember, car C has nothing on its right, so it will move to the center, but it cannot turn right in front of oncoming car B. So car B has to cross the intersection first, and car C has to move on after car B, and the last car to go is to be car A. So the car that will stop here is to be car A. Now moving on to the next question. Which car is not breaking the law? Now the note here makes a very huge difference, and if you are not careful, it can actually make you answer this question wrongly. So what am I saying? I'm saying this. Now looking at this car diagram, you can see that we have car C here, and car C is facing a giveaway sign, and we have car B. So we have 2 cars here. Okay, so car C and car B, which automatically mean that car A is out of this question, so we're just going to strike that one through. It's not our answer. So car C is facing a giveaway sign, so definitely the car that is breaking the law, if it is to move in this question, is car C. But we're looking at the car that is not breaking the law. The car that is not breaking the law is to be car B, so the correct answer here is car B. So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next question. This sign indicates, so what does this sign indicate? Is it direction? Is it four-way stop or a near complete roundabout ahead? So this one is direction. So Mafshingo you go here, Chitungiza you go here, Glenview you go here, and we are 300 meters away from this roundabout. So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next one. Driving instructor is exempted from wearing a safety belt. Option A, when carrying learner's driver, when conducting driving lessons, only when reversing. So you as a learner driver, you are only exempted from wearing a seatbelt when you are reversing. That's it for a learner's driver. Okay, so this one applies for a learner's driver. So it's not for a driving instructor. So a driving instructor is exempted from wearing a seatbelt when conducting driving lessons. So this one is our correct answer here. Now option number 3, a learner driver is allowed to carry passenger. Option A, when he is in the company of qualified instructor. B, if the passenger are learner drivers. C, never. So a learner driver should never carry passengers, period. A learner driver should never carry passengers. Now let's move on to the next question. What is the correct way to navigate a right turn? So you want to navigate a right turn. Should you maintain a firm position on the lane center? B, move far to the right as possible within your lane. C, move far to the left as possible within your lane. So you want to turn right here. So you move far as possible to the right within your lane. So remember, if you are navigating a right turn, move far as possible to the right within your lane. Now that's the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next one. A double continuous white line with a broken line in the center of the road may, option A, be crossed if the road ahead is clear, not be crossed. C, be crossed only on busy highways. Now I want you to get this very correctly, okay? Because the thing about a double continuous white line with a broken white line in the middle. So there's a broken white line in the middle, but on both sides of that broken white line there is a double continuous white line, which means that a double continuous white line may not be crossed. So definitely double continuous white line should not be crossed. So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next question. This road sign is, so what is this road sign? Is it for information purposes only? Is it related to tracks only, or regulatory effect? Oh, this sign, as you can see here, so this sign is 50, but this 50 is cancelled. So this 50 is like cancelled like this. So what does this sign mean? So this one is of regulatory effect. So this sign is basically saying that trucks or vehicles that are above 12 tons are not permitted on the road or on this section of the road. So basically the sign is regulating effects. It is regulating the vehicles that are moving on the road. 12 tons vehicles and below are allowed. 12 tons and above are not allowed. Okay, so any vehicles that are 12 tons and above is not allowed on that road. Now moving on to the next question. Which car goes last? So here we have a traffic circle or a roundabout. Now the rules that govern a roundabout is that you give the right of way to cars that are already circulating, or a car that is at your immediate right. So let's get some time to understand this car diagram. So we are looking at the car that goes last here. So the car that goes last, is it car A, is it C or B? Now just by looking at this, you can see that the car that goes first in this roundabout is the car that has the right of way, which is car A. Why? Because it is already circulating, and the rule says give the right of way to car that is already circulating. Okay, So the car that goes last is definitely not car A. Now then we are left with car B and car C. You can see that car B is almost halfway into the roundabout, therefore it can enter the roundabout without disturbing the movement of car C. As you can see here, car B can enter into the roundabout without disturbing the movement of car C. So the last car to enter has to be car C. So that's the correct. And now let's move on to the next question.